Success Principles, episode number 7, talking about your self-talk. So after you've made sure that you're reviewing your goals 1 to 3 times every single day and you're visualizing yourself accomplishing those goals, having them being satisfied, and also you can go through the process of creating that vision board. I need to create my vision board. And then, so the next thing is to be able to look at your conversation. What are you telling yourself? What are your limiting beliefs? This is in principles 16 and 17. And then taking action. So first let's talk about your stinking thinking. What are the limiters that you're giving to yourself that you can or can't accomplish? And are they valid? If someone else has accomplished it, then they aren't valid, right? Because someone's already done it. The next one is, this is principles number 13 and 14. The next one is to be able to take action to do something about it. So it's this old Chinese proverb that says, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with 1 step. So for a lot of us out there, we're waiting for things to totally get all our ducks in the row, for everything to all be lined up before we decide to take a step. And what we need to be able to do is to take action towards our specific goals that we want to accomplish. So one of the things that prevents us from doing that a lot of times is fear. We're afraid that we're not smart enough. We're afraid that people are going to find out that we're an imposter, that we don't really know everything that we kind of profess that we do. And to understand that every single expert started out as a complete novice. Every single person that seems to be a specialist or very capable started out as a generalist or started out as a child. And everyone had to progress to where they are currently at their particular stage in life. And so it doesn't speak poorly of you if where you are isn't where you want to be. It's just taking basically the temperature. This is where you are, and where do you want to go in regards to your life's aspirations? So you wrote down basically 100 or 80 different goals of what you want to accomplish, what you want to be, what you want to do in your life. And so now it's time to make sure that you're constantly reviewing them, believing that you can achieve them, and actually visualizing in your mind's eye the stage of your mind that you can actually accomplish them. The next one is to be able to think about how taking action. So there's great books out there. Good to Great talks about like this flywheel method where there's momentum. You're starting it and it trickles in, and all of a sudden you start getting this momentum going. And it seems like it happens overnight, but you've been at this for 10 years making things happen. Another one that comes to mind as well from a flywheel method is Nike. Started out in 1962, but really didn't start catching that momentum really until the 70s. And then of course we think about Nike and dominating when they hit into the basketball era. And that was really with Michael Jordan. And all of a sudden Nike really became the iconic brand that we know it as today. So once you overcome some of your fears, you're able to then move forward. The other thing to understand about fear is that it's compelling you to do something different. For a lot of people, they think of fears and then that stops them from taking any steps forward. So if I'm afraid that people are going to think that I'm not bright enough, maybe I need to study the material better. Maybe I need to practice my speeches. Maybe I need to be able to take a course, go to an industry event, read more magazines, trade magazines in order to understand it. And the other thing about being able to look at the way that I'm talking about myself is how much I'm downplaying who I am. So many people limit themselves based on their own negative perceptions of themselves. Now, we all have flaws. We all have weaknesses. We also have great strengths, and we also have great aspirations. So we need to match those in our mind of the belief that we can accomplish those great things. Sherm's out.